Hello, dear students. Today we will talk about the different phenomena related to the states of matter. Sublimation. What is sublimation? Sublimation is the change of state directly from solid to gas, or vice versa, without change into liquid state. That means when a solid directly changes into gaseous state on application of heat without changing into liquid state, it is known as sublimation. We can cite an example here that ammonium chloride, for example, we have ammonium chloride is a chemical. We have to keep the ammonium chloride, it is a solid, the ammonium chloride particles on the petri dish, and make inverted or put inverted funnel over it, and with the help of burner we have to heat it. After some time we will see the ammonium chloride vapors get raised, and these vapors condense over the surface of the funnel. After some time we will see accumulation of ammonium chloride on the surface of the funnel, inner surface of the funnel, and the other side of the funnel is plaqued with cotton, so that these vapors cannot go outside. And this conversion, that means from solid to vapor state with the help of heat without changing into liquid, it is known as sublimation, or you can say vapor state. They or gaseous state directly condenses into or solidifies into ammonium chloride solid, that is known as solidification, or you can say solidifies into ammonium chloride. That process is known as sublimation. Another example of it is naphthalene. Naphthalene is there. You might have seen the naphthalene ball is present in the bathrooms, and after 1 week, 2 weeks, they disappear. That means these naphthalene balls, they evaporate and get from, or you can say get vanished from your bathrooms. Another important point is effect of pressure on gas. How these gases maintain pressure. When we maintain pressure on the gases, what is the effect of these gases on the pressure? What is the effect of the pressure on the gases? First, the gas particles present, they are very far apart from each other. If we apply pressure on these gas particles, they come closer, so that they become the liquid, liquids. But on application of the pressure, we have to reduce the temperature. These are the two important points. Reduction of temperature is reduced, so that the gas molecules can be converted into the liquid molecules. Like in the case of LPG, or you can say dry ice. Carbon dioxide under high pressure, or you can say under high pressure, is converted into the solid state. That can also be the example of sublimation. In case of LPG, the gas molecules, they are kept under high pressure, so that they become liquid. Like you might have seen in your cylinders, you might have feel in your cylinder there is something like water present in them. Under high pressure, the gas molecules, they become liquid. And how these three states of matter get converted, interconversion of solid states. How these three states get interconverted. Solid can be changed into liquid by fusion or by heating, or you can say melting. Solids can be converted into liquids by melting. Liquids can be converted into solids by solidification. Liquids can be changed into gas by vaporization. You have already discussed that. And the gas molecules can again be changed into liquids by condensation. That means condensation is the process by which gas molecules are converted into the liquid molecules. Now the gas molecules can be converted into solid, that is sublimation, or solid can be converted into gas, that is also sublimation. And another phenomenon is evaporation. Very important phenomenon is evaporation. What is evaporation? The change of a liquid into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point. It is a surface phenomenon. Particles from surface gain enough energy to overcome the force of attraction and change into vapor state. What does it mean? For example, if we take the example of water in a glass, for example, this is a glass, the water molecules present in the glass are like this. The water molecules are like this. For example, this is the water molecule, this is the water molecule. These water molecules, this water molecule is attached to another water molecule. It is attached to another water molecule, another water molecule. On the surface, these water molecules are attached towards the lower side or towards the sides, not on the upper side. When we apply heat over it or temperature is applied on the these water molecules, the temperature, the heat overcome the force of attraction between these two molecules. They overcome the force of attraction, so that the surface molecules, they will get released into the atmosphere, because the force of attraction between them, this water molecule and this water molecule, it gets overcome by the temperature. That is why the water molecule evaporates from the surface. It is also known as surface phenomenon. Particles from it is a surface phenomenon, because the particle is present on the surface or molecule is present on the surface. Due to the temperature overcomes the force of attraction, and these the surface molecules get evolved or released from the surface. This evaporation is a very important method. You might have seen that when your mother or sister washes your clothes and she spreads these clothes on the wires, so that the water present in the clothes, it gets evaporated, and your clothes become dry. And what are the effects which or what are the factors which affect the evaporation? There are some factors which affect evaporation. Number one is surface area. Large the surface area, more the evaporation. That means if you don't spread your clothes more on the wires, there would be less surface area. The surface area, less the surface area, less would be the evaporation. More the surface area, more would be the evaporation. Next is temperature. In case of temperature is also very important for this evaporation. More the temperature, more would be the evaporation. Less the temperature and less would be the evaporation, because the temperature is very important to overcome the force of attraction. Now humidity. What is this humidity? Humidity is actually the amount of water vapor is present in the air. I am repeating it, amount of water vapor is present in the air. That is known as humidity. If the air has large amount of humidity, maximum water molecules, or you can say vapor molecules present in the air, then the evaporation would be less, because the moist air cannot take more water molecules along with it, because air has already these water vapors present in it. That means more the humidity, less would be the evaporation. Less the humidity, more would be. It is inversely proportional. These are directly proportional, and humidity is inversely proportional. Inversely proportional means less humidity, more evaporation. More wind speed. Wind speed is another. More the speed of the wind, more would be the evaporation. That means wind speed is also directly proportional. And one thing, it is humidity, which is inversely proportional. More the humidity and less evaporation. Less humidity, more evaporation. And wind speed, it also directly affects. More the wind speed, more would be the evaporation. Thank you. Have a nice day.